Hey, Debbie. Hey, Nick. Brap. Hello, hello. What's up, Treasure? Aaron. Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and refresh the page chat number. And there we go. Hello to the 9 of you wonderful people. So this morning I was going on with Joe Biden and the election, and truth thing, that they've come up with. And I was thinking to myself, how much I hate Ron DeSantis, and I've got problems with both. And I thought about that song Stuck in the Middle with You, Steelers Wheel. And he says, clowns to the left of me, left, jokers to the right, right? The clowns are the ones that want to silence you when they disagree with you. They want a ministry of truth and about the election being a scam. So you've got clowns and jokers. I don't have to pick either. And that's my choice. As much as I hate this Ron DeSantis, handle the fact that it's okay with them to silence people that they disagree with. And if you disagree with somebody, that's not the reason to silence them. If somebody wants to from a mass shooting, I'm okay with taking them off social media. But that's basically where I draw the line. How do you guys feel about it? I hope that is a topic that you all can expand on. Nathan, hello. What do you guys think about that? Nothing? You agree? Oh, you. A lol. We have a bad connection, guys. We have a bad connection to the internet? What? Is that what's going on? Can you guys hear and see me okay? Yeah, is it laggy? Really? Oh, man. All right, well, I'm just going to stop the show and start over again then. Okay, I'm going to stop the show and start over again. Thanks for telling me. All right, let me see. Wait, give me a second. Let me check. Here. Oh, bitch. Go. Hold on 1 second. They have a actual skeleton of a dinosaur. All right. Is it still bad? It's still doing it? I don't know where my freaking phone is. My phone's probably on the goddamn too. No, my phone is not on it. I'm okay now. Did I fix it? Made a couple changes. It's better. Okay. So once again, um, I'm stepping away from politics, man. I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be the person that said I voted for Charlie Crist, and only to have him come in and start his bullshit, whatever that might be. I'm sick of it. They all do it. Hey, Darlene, good morning. So I'm just saying, man, I can't be that person. I can't support either party. And I see them for exactly what they are. And I hope you guys do too. You know, that's all. That's all I wanted to say about that. Jokers, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, left, right. It's freaking the perfect song. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. It doesn't get any more accurate than that. That song is so old too. And it was almost like it was written today. Dems to the left of me, Republicans to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle, with some sanity left. So much better when you're not a team player, when you're not ignoring facts so you can fit in with your tribe. All right. So I think maybe there might be a little bag here left of, yes. I need to get with my friend Iceman, dude. Try to get some good bud from him. I haven't seen him. Awesome on Reservoir Dogs. Yeah. All right, let's move on, shall we? So, I guess what the fuck does that mean? Is that a diss on me? I don't see someone named Ian Oakley in the chat. They must already be blocked, guys. Yeah, there's no one named Ian Oakley in the chat, so he's already obviously been blocked on the live stream. Have you found that Florida dispensaries don't have any better flower than you can grow yourself? I don't go to Florida dispensaries, so I'm not in a position to judge. I will say this: the member berry that Doc Hollandaise picked up in a dispensary was just as good as any bud that I've ever smoked in California. That came from a Florida dispensary. So he taking I don't know. I'm talking to you. So true, that song, Nathan. Okay, Nathan. So let's do a bong rip. Start the show off properly. Let's see where I want to smoke it at. Right there is good. Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah, Iceman. Big Jim, Frankie Fire, OG Kush. Man, that guy's really saying some shit that's pissing you guys off, huh, Nathan? Why don't you just block him, man, like I did? Just block him, ignore him. We'll move on. I don't feed into hate anymore, man. You know, I just move past it. Drives people crazy. Sean McGahee and Nathan Kings, thank you for having my back, you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys for doing this. Thank you, Nathan Kings and Sean McGahee. Thank you, guys. You guys are my fucking foot soldiers. I appreciate that so much. It's nice to have people, you know, sticking up for me in the live chat. It's nice. So I don't have to. You guys are great. So you guys know I really appreciate that when you guys do that. When you stick up for me. That way I don't have to get my hands dirty, you know? It really pisses off a troll. Nick, thanks, buddy. Back was getting some petrol. Petrol. That's what my buddy Mike Turner used to call it, petrol. Well, there's a red cardinal right outside the. What the? He's trying to eat a lizard or something. What are you trying to eat? He's eating something. A moth? Got something. I think he caught a bug. The cardinal's trying to eat a bug. It's vicious. Always got your back. Sean McGahee, thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Cardinal is your state bird. What is that? St. Louis, Brap? Is that St. Louis Cardinals, right? Missouri? St. Louis, Missouri? Missouri? Is it Missouri? Dude, do you know what I've got? I've got Win it Muncha. Hey, bro, it's been a while. Glad you're looking healthy and full of life. Thank you, Win it Muncha. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. This is what I've got. I was like, you know what I got? And then I just kind of dropped it. This is what I got. I got some dabs. Okay, I think that'll do ya. Right there. I think it will. Should I go more? Oh, you're in Kentucky? I heard Kentucky's doing some fucked up shit around women's rights too. I believe it's Kentucky. These states, man. I mean, I'm glad that so many of the people that I watch, podcasters, have the energy to address all this shit because I don't have the patience for it anymore. I don't want to talk about politics anymore on here. Like I said, left, right, doesn't matter. It all bothers me now. And I hope to hear a bunch of people on the left speaking out against this ministry of truth that the Biden administration has started. It is vulgar, vulgar, and it's predictable, and um, it's pathetic. There's literally a book and a movie, it's been written about this to warn these cuck bitches not to do this. And they went and did it anyway. And the people that were writing the legislation or forming that organization or whatever, at some point during all their meetings, you think someone's like, well, this seems a little Orwellian. And everyone in the meeting must have been like, who's that? You're just like, what planet do you idiots live on? So good luck in the next election against the fucking Republicans. Because starting a ministry of truth, bro, that's all the Republicans have to play out. That's all they have to say now. Hey, man, ministry of truth, vote for us. We're going to get rid of your stupid ministry of truth. You're just, you've just set yourselves up for it. What can I say? There's no helping the people that will not allow your help to help them. Did that not sound right? I don't know. I'm about to do a dab and I really don't care. Oh, God. You vote blue no matter who, it gets you a ministry of truth. Remember that. Remember that. I got a big video for you guys to watch of Joe Biden lying, telling lie after lie after lie. It's pretty good. We should watch that. It's great. And he's going to be the guy to start the ministry of truth? Really? You trust that? This is going to be a good one. Cheers, guys. You guys ready for this video? It's psychotic. It's psychotic. I'm just warning you. If you haven't seen, then I'd seen this before, so it wasn't shocking to me. But let me see if I can find the right the right video here. Yeah, I found it. It's Jimmy Dore.
But he occasionally told the truth. When Benji says all politicians lie is a truism that enables the worst kind of lying, he means the worst kind of lies are the ones that cause people to lose faith in traditional lying. So to sum up Benji's philosophy, lying is not the problem. It's lying in a way that harms the established lies of establishment people who are entitled to lie. Also, telling the truth, even worse. Politicians spun on a minute-by-minute basis. They used misleading statistics or talking points. They selectively emphasized positive news and de-emphasized negative news. They talked trash in private. Outright black and white statements were genuinely a big deal. Okay, really? This is just one video. I have 10 fucking videos of Joe Biden, but I'm not going to waste a whole afternoon.
Here we go.
I'll just give you some of the funnest. Here we go.
Explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
This is the first time he ran for president. This is decades ago. So back then, people used classy lies. Let's watch.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and, in fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now considers he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student.
All lies.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School.
Crazy,
this
right?
Guy comes off this whole thing as a
crazy liar.
Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed him.
His memory.
Remember the old days when they wouldn't just flat out do a black and white lie when they
to your face.
To your face. Remember the good old days?
Remember the good old days when those media people would be sitting there pointing it out rather than covering it up?
Yeah.
Along with senility?
Yes, right. And now that guy, that same guy who's upset with the new types of lie is doing another new type of lie, pretending the president isn't demented. That's what the corporate news does. They're pretending Joe Biden is not demented, ensuring he's going to run in 2 more years, and you're going to have him for 6 more. A guy who doesn't even know his own name. You want some more? You want some more? Remember, here, let's go back to some more old-time lies. Ready? Here we go.
Presidential candidate Joseph Biden today faces a controversy. 3 weeks ago, at a debate at the Iowa State Fair, he used phrases identical to those delivered by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock.
Watch this plagiarism.
Biden seemed to be claiming Kinnock's vision and life as his own.
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Gladys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
My ancestors who worked in the coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania and who come up after 12 hours and play football.
8 hours underground and then come up and play football.
It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
There was no platform upon which they could stand.
The notion that every thought or notion or idea you'd have to go back and find and attribute to someone, I think is, quite frankly, ludicrous.
The problem here is that Senator Biden told his audience he'd just been thinking about these things, and he failed to give any credit at all to his famous British speechwriter.
You know, I was thinking on the way over here. Now, that's a little too much because, as you point out, what's behind the words? What's there? And a lot of people, a rap on Biden has always been that it's just a surface.
I should have said, to paraphrase Neil Kinnock, it's the only time I didn't, and all the times I've ever used it.
But CBS News found a tape of a second incident.
It reappeared in the New York Times with a new charge that Biden had appropriated a famous litany from the late Robert Kennedy about what the gross national product cannot measure.
Cannot measure the health of our children,
The health of our children,
the quality of our education,
the quality of their education,
the joy of their play,
or the joy of their play.
Biden gave Kennedy no credit. He has also quoted or paraphrased John Kennedy, Hubert Humphrey, and British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock, all without credit.
Joseph
Unreal.
Biden admitted today that he committed plagiarism when he was in law school. He said it was a mistake, but that it was unintentional.
He quoted 5 pages
He's
of
a
someone
serial
else's work
plagiarist.
without proper citation.
I've done some dumb things. And I'll do.
He's a serial plagiarist and he's a serial liar. He lies about his own credentials. And he literally puts other people down to further himself. You know, he says he was ahead of these other people in his class. He just put a whole class behind him when he was at the bottom of the class. I mean, you just hear how obnoxious that is. Now, that guy is the one that started the Ministry of Truth here in the United States. Ministry of Truth, run by this serial liar, plagiarist. Hilarious, right?
Do dumb
and
things.
his administration of jokers and clowns.
Things again.
He was given an F.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been dumb.
To the political community in Washington, it all seems of a piece. Plagiarism at law school, plagiarism on the stump.
The great communicator. Strike that. The great imitator.
You don't steal verbatim, or when you do, as he did 99% of the time, you give credit.
Biden's critics say he sells himself as a man whose words and visions can inspire a new generation in politics.
Wow.
But if the thoughts, phrases, and visions really belong to others, it's a form of false advertising.
Is it a wise idea, though, to take something that personal anyway from another politician and try and appropriate it to your own campaign?
I think it was a stupid thing to appropriate material that was really very personal, that was someone else's.
Most people didn't know who he was, Joe Biden, and now they're going to say, oh, yeah, he's the guy who plagiarized.
There's a lot of people.
Politically, that's devastating. These clips are devastating. He looks like a Joe Biden
exactly,
wind-up
like a
doll
joke
with
thief.
somebody else's
Exactly,
words coming
Brad.
out.
If they're going to do things that are stupid as well as immoral, then they're
Ron
probably
Johnson,
too dumb
76
to
out of
have a
85.
president.
I know, right?
We're going to have to decide whether he was dishonest or dumb.
If you shop on Amazon, you should use this tool. It's a browser extension that...
So there you go.
It's not paraphrasing to just say the exact thing.
So
that's quoting.
So what our friend from NBC News says, that stuff didn't happen. That didn't happen. He didn't boldface lie to people's face. He didn't plagiarize. It wasn't black and white lies. They were gentleman lies.
So he was trying to be elected on
that
some
guy's
of
Joe Biden is a pathological liar. He's a big, if not bigger, he's just as big a liar as Donald Trump ever could want to be. And he's the president now. So you think that's just another he's just another corporate news liar who's there to defend the establishment. Donald Trump was not the status quo. He was not the establishment. And we can't let that happen again. We can't let people pick a person that's not beholden to either party. That's what this is all about. So, of course, he's the bigger liar. The guy from NBC News is a bigger liar than Trump because he's pretending that Joe Biden isn't as bad as everybody else. Or worse, which he's worse.
Jimmy,
go ahead, Bert.
Oh, sorry. Were those
Bert?
Those are Herb. Those all those clips are pre the Clinton what's the FCC bill where they let all the companies merge together.
Oh, the Telecommunications Act of
that's pre that.
1996. Yes.
So what the change that you can see is from the
Bill
clips
Clinton.
is the media went from calling that shit out to now that quality of being a wind-up toy that they said. That's your selling point, is that you're a wind-up toy.
That's right. That's exactly right. They went from calling it out to defending it. And I just want to remember one. So Donald Trump did a lot of stupid lies that were easy to see. You know what he didn't do? I don't remember him starting a war on lies. I don't remember. He maybe did, but I don't remember. So here's remember this?
Iraq attacks Kuwait, claiming the Kuwaitis
Cheers,
are
guys.
slant drilling into Iraq's oil field.
Big dab.
U.S. President George Herbert Walker Bush pushes for a land war against Iraq. But polls show the U.S. public is split 50-50 on that idea.
So the people aren't for going to war in Iraq and Kuwait. What do? Well, we lie. We make up a conspiracy theory and a false story to get people. Here we go.
Then comes this eyewitness testimony before a congressional committee. from a 15-year-old Kuwaiti girl. The claim is she cannot be identified for fear of reprisals.
While I was there, I saw the Iraqi soldiers come into the hospital with guns.
This is all a
They
lie.
took the babies out of the incubators. Took the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor.
Now, I remember this when I was during that time. I remember this. I remember this being on the news, and I was like, "Wow, we should go to war, right?" Because that's why they do this, because it presses on your emotions, and you have an emotional reaction. And I had the exact one they wanted. But what was the problem with this?
The U.S. public is outraged. The result? Support for land war zooms. It's a turning point.
So the American people were against the first Gulf War until they saw that, and then they were overwhelmingly for it.
Desert Storm is launched. 135,000 Iraqis are killed. An estimated 1 million Iraqis, many of them children and old people, then die as a result of 10 years of sanctions.
10
One
years of
small
sanctions.
problem. There never were any incubator baby deaths, not one. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation's investigative flagship program, The Fifth Estate, reveals the girl to be the Kuwaiti ambassador's daughter, given her lines and coached in acting by the giant American PR firm Hill and Knowlton. It's one phase in a $10 million joint U.S.-Kuwaiti campaign of deception. This man is lying.
I myself buried 14 newborn babies that had been taken from their incubators.
This man is lying.
And they had kids in incubators, and they were thrown out of the incubators so that Kuwait could be systematically dismantled.
There were a lot of people who participated in a conspiracy. Yes, an out-and-out conspiracy of fake organizations, false documents, fraud, and disinformation. So, if a new man named Bush is in the White House and helps engineer a brazen deception in order to achieve global geopolitical goals, as well as domestic and personal ones, it wouldn't be a first, would it?
So but those were the nice lies, according to Mr. NBC News. Those were nice lies. The ones that got 1 million people killed. They were nice, unlike Trump, who's rude on Twitter.
Well,
So we could do this all day.
He almost started World
so
War
I
III,
won't,
Jimmy.
but I'll just do one more.
Trump almost started World War III on Twitter.
The World
Let's
Health
not forget.
Organization just explicitly made clear that universal health care is an effective way to stem the spread of coronavirus. Joe Biden has been lying about this repeatedly, trying to claim it doesn't help. That's not a big lie? That somehow Trump had worse lies? Anyway, so I just that's now you know how what this guy is here to do. What this guy Benji Sarlin is there to do is not to inform you. He's there to misinform you and feed you propaganda that makes you hate your neighbor, and keep supporting the status quo and the establishment and the oligarchy, because that's who gives him a check. That's NBC News.
Right on,
He's a
Doc.
policy expert. He says that he's an expert on Republicans in his bio. I guess he's not an expert on Joe Biden for sure. But if he's
Was
Republicans,
he looking for tricks?
I mean, to not
That's just amazing to come out
Take
and say
that,
the whole. Oh, you can say that.
not to
slimy.
consider
I don't.
Biden's past.
Me, Benji Sarlin. I just
and
say
then
that's
act like
just the
you
game.
know everything.
But this is not the same because I'm not. It's so. I mean, he's trying to find a fancy way to get around to being a hypocrite.
yes, he's trying to find a highbrowed, educated gentleman. That's why it's okay to be a hypocrite. He's trying to pretend that they're not unbelievable 100% bullshitting hypocrites who are gaslighting you and trying to sheep herd you back into the two corporate party system. That's all this is.
It's a nudge. We're sheep nudgers.
It's a nudge. We're doing live stand-up shows in Cleveland, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Des Moines, Omaha, Kansas City, Las Vegas, all over the country. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for tickets and single tickets now.
Ministry of Truth. George Orwell. George Orwell, 1984. You had the year wrong. It should have been 2022. It should have been, you know. Unreal. Unreal. Oh, what? Wow, man. Unreal. Talking about. It wasn't. Tweet. So, hear that. Oh, that out. Yeah, I'm ending it, man. I'm out of here. You guys are cool. Doc says has already been an hour. We're good. I'm good. We're good. Good, man. And I did massive dabs, bruh. Massive dabs, bruh. Guys are all saying keep it open. It's weird, bro. Bill Flow, you guys take care. I'll see. Bye, guys.